Hey there, this is HanDIYman 007, and in this video, I'm going to show you how we installed a net cover over our plants to protect them against extreme weather, and how we use two types of knots to easily adjust the tension of the ropes as needed. Let's begin. While most plants do need sunlight to grow and stay healthy, too much sunlight and heat can actually kill them. So my wife went online and purchased this 2x6 meter garden or plant netting for 700 pesos or $14.45. Depending on the size of the holes, garden nettings can reduce sunlight by as much as 85% and break down heavy raindrops that could otherwise be harmful for plant leaves. In a way, this added protection helps plants grow faster and healthier. What we got has a lining with evenly spaced aluminum eyelets along the corners and edges, which makes it easier to tie them onto something while preserving the shape of the entire netting. We started the installation on the fence side, going from one end to the other. We used zip ties to fasten the eyelets to the fence frame. But because our zip ties were not long enough to wrap around the diameter of the frame, we simply joined two zip ties together to create a longer one. There are 7 eyelets on this side, and we fastened each eyelet with 2 long zip ties. It's important to stretch the netting before locking the zip ties so that by the time you get to the last eyelet, the entire length is taut. Now, to suspend the netting, we needed to tie the eyelets on the opposite side and corners with something that can withstand constant sun and rain. So I went out and purchased 40 meters of this 4mm nylon rope. I got this for about 7 pesos per meter. Nylon rope is very durable and light, so even at this small diameter, it can definitely hold up the netting without adding much to the overall weight. Once we knew what material to tie the netting with, we needed to figure out where to tie it to. An initial option was to install anchor posts, but we decided against it since they will just take up space on the ground. So we asked permission from our neighbor if we could mount onto their perimeter wall, and they agreed. So we drilled eye hooks, also known as O-hooks, into their concrete wall, making sure that their placements are aligned to the netting's eyelets as much as possible. Meanwhile, for a few connections, we used the surrounding trees as alternative anchors too. Since the netting doesn't really have a hard, solid frame, it becomes important to maintain even tension across all the connection points as much as possible. Otherwise, the netting will be stretched on one side and loose on another, and thereby deforming itself. Also, rain and sun will make the netting expand and contract over time, so it's important to have a suspension system that we can easily adjust, allowing us to increase or reduce tension on the ropes as needed. To accomplish this, we use 2 special knots, a bowline knot and an adjustable knot. We use a bowline knot to tie the rope on the eyelets. This knot tightens the more you put load or tension on the rope. Tried and tested over centuries, this knot is reliable, strong, and stable. The best part is, even after severe tension is applied, it is easy to untie. Let's watch how the bowline knot is tied. Now, a little slower and closer this time. finding value from this video, hit subscribe and the bell icon to get notified of new uploads. Thanks! Now on the anchor end of the ropes, we used an adjustable knot. This knot allows you to actually slide or move the knot to increase or decrease the length of the rope. This is why it is commonly used for suspending hammocks to a preferred height. For our purposes, we are using this knot to adjust the tension of the ropes across all the eyelets so that we keep the shape of the netting as rectangular as possible. Let's watch how this adjustable knot is tied. Now, a little slower and closer this time. So there you have it. Just by using a garden netting, some rope and zip ties, it's easy to protect your outdoor plants from extreme weather and still provide them with sufficient sunlight, rain, and ventilation. How about you? How do you protect your outdoor plants? Please do share your thoughts in the comment section below. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and feel free to share it. This is HanDIYman 007 and you can do this.